So today I'm going to show you the most comprehensive way to practice scales, and it's actually really easy and really straightforward. So anyone, a musician at any level could apply this lesson to their scale practice. Scales are really important to practice. They're one of the least fun things to practice because they're so repetitive, but on the other hand, I guess a lot of people like that because you can really work on technique and harmony and different intervallic leaps, which depending on the instrument you're playing could be challenging or could potentially be easier. But they're great things to work on. And even though I personally am not a fan of practicing scales, they're unavoidable and you have to do it. So basically, the first thing you can do is, we'll use the major scale, for example. Basically, our goal here is to get you to practice connecting every scale with every other scale and every interval with every other interval. So the first thing you can do is play all of your major scales ascending chromatically. So, and you do it full range. So, we'll do the C scale. C would then go to C sharp, and so on up until you get all the way up to, and then my guitar doesn't have it, but there's the high C. The next thing you could do is play all of them descending. So, starting up high C, then, and so on until you get down to. Then you can, so first we have all ascending scales chromatically, then all descending scales chromatically. Then you can ascend one scale and then descend the next one. So going up C, going down C sharp. And so on. And then the opposite, descending and then ascending. So, and so on and so forth until you get down to the bottom of your range. So then, all of that was chromatic, C, C sharp, D, and so on. Then you can take that and do whole steps, minor thirds, major thirds, and so on. So whole steps might be, and this is all ascending, but C, D, E, F sharp, and so on. So. So on. Basically, with those ones, there will be systems. With whole steps, really, there will only be two systems. There will be the one that starts on C and the one that starts on C sharp. With minor thirds, there will be 4, and with major thirds, 3. So basically, those are different ways to connect plain major scales. Now, you can take any scale and do this. You could do your whole tone scale, your diminished half whole, diminished whole half, melodic minor, harmonic minor. Those would probably be good ones to start with. Then you can get into crazier scales. One that I've been working on recently is the, what is it called? The Lydian double harmonic major. So that's, 1, flat 9, 3, sharp 11, 5, flat 13, major 7, and 1. So that's kind of a cool scale to mess around with. Anyway, any type of scale can be applied to this. So that kind of covers our root movements. Then the last thing you can do is practice the actual scales with different intervals. So maybe rather than playing them all, just running up and down the scale, maybe you do major thirds. And so on. So maybe start, just with running up and down the scales, and then doing thirds and fourths and fifths, and so on. That's basically it. If you do that, then you will be able to practice all the different root movements of every scale, and connecting them and playing each individual scale with every different possible interval combination. One other kind of bonus thing that I would recommend doing is practice every scale full register. So rather than playing your C scale starting on C, just one octave, try playing it from the bottom of the neck to the top of the neck. So. I'm playing kind of sloppy today. I didn't warm up or anything, but that's the idea. And practicing full register scales, will absolutely improve your playing. Now, one final exercise for string players, for whether you play guitar, or mandolin, or uke, or whatever. One thing I like to do is try to put as many open notes into my scales as possible, just because I kind of like that cross-picking sound, that open sound, that harp-like sound. So, if I'm playing C major full register, all six strings, all six of them are in the C major scale. So you could do something like this. Again, I'm kind of playing sloppy and not warmed up, but that should at least give you the idea. So we're actually going to do a product with all of this information. It'll be Mel Bay product number 30220. We'll call it something like the Ultimate Guide to Scales or Comprehensive Guide. I'm not quite sure yet, but it will be product number 30220. And if all this scale information was helpful, then I'd appreciate you checking out the book, and hopefully it'll help you improve your scales and become a better musician.